And I think that we have a category here that's already crowded, even though it's being expanded to 6 from the usual 5. Last year, of course, there were 6 due to an accounting quirk. But we have 24 coming back. So of those that were in the race last year, we know that that 24 is going to make it in. Oh, wait a minute. We don't know that. Chris doesn't have it on his list. I think.
Well,
Rob,
it's been in my predictions for months, but I just took it out this past week, replaced it with True Blood. That's because I did watch the show all year, and while it came back blazing the first few weeks, maybe even the first half of the season, those last few weeks were pretty painful to watch. It went down a steep decline in quality, and I wonder if some people sitting at home might have been as disappointed as I was.
Wait, Chris, let me get this right. You took 24 off your list and you put a vampire show on there? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is utterly crazy. Rob, is there any way that 24 could not be nominated? The answer is no, of course, but please explain why.
Okay, look, 24. You know I don't like 24. I've not been predicting 24 since day dot. And last week or the week before, I decided, look, I just took the plunge and I agreed. I thought, okay, it's going to make it in, fine. You're all right. It's broad-based appeal. People love it. I don't know why. I just think it's awful. I haven't seen one episode this season or for years, actually. But look, it does have the support. It's 24. People just will tick it off.
Right, absolutely. That's why.
It's very sad.
Oh, excuse me.
Sad.
Was it nominated the last time it was eligible? No. It was not nominated.
Yeah, but
I know it wasn't nominated last year because it wasn't on the air, but the year before,
the last time
it was not nominated for drama series.
But it was so like everybody in the universe admitted that it was just such an awful season that did not deserve even mentioning out loud. This time we have it where people were just saying, hurrah, it's come back, it's brilliant, isn't it wonderful, we're so happy to see 24, and the ratings were good. Yes, it did have a steep decline towards the end, but really, are all the people in Hollywood really taking notice of that? I don't think so, and I can't imagine that they're not going to vote for it. It's a real shame. And plus, it's going to get nominations in the movie category as well, so it's going to be a 24-a-palooza this coming Thursday. It's just going to be a real nightmare for people who don't like the show. Okay.
Now, Chris, I need your help beating up on Rob. We're beating up on you enough here. Let's give Rob a... Now, let's go after Rob.
Don't take it personally.
Let's go after Rob here, who is utterly, utterly insane not to have House on his list. Would you please explain to him why he's wrong?
For all the reasons you just said, 24 in Boston Legal, I don't think they're going to take House off their list. It is a beloved show with Hugh Laurie, who hung the moon for most voters. So I just don't think they're going to take it off their list. It had a lot of buzz. Even though the quality may have dipped a little bit, this season had a lot of buzz, killing off a character out of nowhere with a suicide, House going into rehab. I mean, I can't imagine that they would not nominate that again.
Wasn't that buzz negative buzz? When Cal Penn's character was just written out by suicide of his character, people weren't very thrilled with that storyline. I can recall, I don't watch the show anymore. I'm done with House because I just have more, I don't have enough hours of the day. But, I don't know. My reason for not picking House is that there's got to be a couple of shows at least that make it through, that don't have this broad-based appeal and make it through because they're actually really good. And no disrespect to House, it's a juggernaut on Fox. But come on, it's just no more. We need to move on.
You're personally
House.
biased.
We need
here,
to move
Rob.
on from 24 House and Boston Legal.
Here's why you're wrong, Rob. Employing the same logic that you use, that arguing that Boston Legal is why you're wrong about House. Yes, it's in. Chris, am I right? Has House ever not been nominated in recent years?
No.
It's always gotten in, right?
Maybe its first season. I can't remember about the first season, but
it's made it through every single year, just like Boston Legal. Okay, so let's say that theory applies to both Boston Legal and House. Now, if you have to pick one of those that's not going to get in there this year, it's not going to be House. It's going to be Boston Legal because it's off the air. It's not as popular. It isn't House. Anyway.
Yeah, look, you know what? Maybe you should go for a career in the law, Tom, because your persuasion and your argument is brilliant. Because I've been considering maybe tweaking my nomination prediction slightly. But look, you did say one thing that I must call you on, and that is the logic in predicting Emmy nominations. There is no logic. It's just who knows. Like, they just come up with the most ridiculous things sometimes, and we are just kind of shooting at the wind, hoping that we might actually get a target. Who knows what they're going to pick? House will probably be there. It'll be boring. It's going to be House 24. It's just going to be maddening. We should be seeing Breaking Bad, and we should be seeing all those really cool shows. Let's hope Damages makes it through again. It probably won't now. Who knows?
And well, that's the crazy thing about the drama series category is you get past Mad Men and you get past maybe Lost. I don't think it's 100% there, but maybe 90% there. There's about 15 shows that you can make a strong argument for, and you can find some weaknesses there that you could argue yourself out of picking that show. The drama on TV today is top quality.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Maybe you can't really think of anything negative for House, so maybe I am just completely fooling myself. Maybe you've got a very good point there. Maybe I might change my predictions.
I think you'd
the
be
show
wise
that we're all predicting that is really, not secured is Dexter. Dexter is a hard show to love, I would say. Yeah. And we've all got it in our predictions, but it's not completely safe.
I think Dexter gets in because of that small, passionate core following. I think it's certainly not being watched by the vast majority of Emmy voters, but the people that do see it are absolutely passionate about it. It is frontier television in terms of taking these enormous chances. I don't watch it regularly. When I watch the show, I admire it, but I do know people who are fanatics about it. So I'm wondering if that fanaticism doesn't give it that 15% or 17% it needs to get in.
You take that entire statement you just made and you substitute the word Breaking Bad for Dexter, and that's exactly why Breaking Bad is going to make it.
Chris,
it has a passionate fan base.
Chris, Breaking Bad has 7 people watching it. Dexter has 70,000.
You're going to be wrong on Thursday.
I think you both make a good point. I have Dexter in there because I just can't seem to take it out, and I just think Showtime is going to make it in again. Showtime work really hard at these things. They really care about the Emmys, as they should. It's admirable. They work really hard to get their shows in there. They've been trying for years. Dexter made it in, and I think it's going to keep doing so until it really falls off. And it didn't. Its third season, for all intents and purposes, was great. So,
the Jimmy Smith storyline and his performance really elevated, I think, this season, and that's another reason why I think we've all got it in there. But I'm just saying it's not as safe as we all make it sound.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing is. Only Mad Men is safe. Only Mad Men.
And Lost, I think, is safe.
Why? Why are Mad Men? Is Mad Men safe because it's got the Sopranos pedigree? Because no one watches that really as well. Its ratings are terrible, but it has the buzz. People just, it's like their second coming. It's a good show. It'll make it through, but why? Why is Mad Men so locked?
Because it's cool, because it won last year, and it has the buzz.
Yeah, you're right. Totally right.